I want to take people for rides in this thing.
Okay, so we're making some progress on Frank the Tank, our diesel GTR. Since the last video, we've got the bulkhead in place. That's what's separating the driver from all the stuff that's happening in the back. I mean, obviously, if we have oil lines and hot water lines, we want to separate those from the driver. So we've got to have this big, solid bulkhead behind the driver.
It's driver fitment day. It's my favorite day of any race car build because it starts to feel real. It starts to feel like I get to drive it.
We had to cut the original seat mounts out of the car to get the transmission in because literally the transmission is taking up most of the interior of the car now. So I had to redesign some seat mounts. We're trying to get the ergonomics of the driver all kind of where they should be. Obviously, driver visibility and comfort, like that's a big priority, so we want to make sure we get that right.
Top of the steering wheel is lined up right with the bottom of the windshield, so I'm not losing any visibility there. Like, dash would be perfect in there. Yep, space it down a little bit, bring it to me a little bit with a quick release, and yeah, I could make that work. I want to take people for rides in this thing. Unlike Sydney, we're planning to have a passenger seat in this one, so we'll be able to give rides and share the diesel experience with everyone.
Woo! It's like fun, Jetson!
For the cooling package, we're having to get really creative with the packaging, and so a lot of the cooling, like the radiators and stuff, are going in the back. So Mark is building the radiator mounts and a bunch of air ducting to get the air back there. And so we're knocking that out while we're kind of waiting for some of these other parts to show up.
Diesels just create a lot of heat when they're on boost. Automatic transmissions create a lot of heat, and it's just gonna be a battle to keep all that stuff cool. Talking to our buddy Scott, who's currently has the diesel record at Pikes Peak, he just said absolutely overkill it with cooling. So he has the equivalent of a semi-truck radiator cooling his. He also has a 12-gallon tank for his intercooler.
Because she was sitting here going, oh, we should make this out of carbon, da-da-da. And he's like, oh, take it easy, Stance Nation.
Yeah, we're trying to wrap up the back end, get the radiators and stuff in place, the driver ergonomics, and we're waiting for some of the other big pieces so we can actually get kind of the turbo and the air intake and stuff designed. So all the big stuff is now kind of coming together, and we're making some good progress.